pattern 7 is SPOC nominal. That is subject, predicator, object, and complement. So let's have this SPOC. First example, the class made Taufik the class rep. The class made Taufik their class rep. Second example, we have I call him my God. I call him my God. Third example, you all elected me the president of this country. D, some members of the staff. Some members of the staff. Now don't worry, although this is actually going beyond the place of the subject, but then don't be too bothered. Called their boss a thief. Now let me, for the sake of clarity, let me clear this. So still SPOO, like still SPOO, so that's SPOC other. Then we have the last one, E, the organizers. The organizers have announced Grace the winner of the competition. So let me just also, for the sake of clarity, clear this out. So that's just it. Now the first example we have there, the class is your subject, am I right? Made is your predicator, Taufik is your object, and their class rep is your complement. That goes with the second one too. I is your subject, call is your predicator, him is your object, and my God is the complement. Third one, you all subject, elected predicator, me object, the president of this country, the president of this country, that's your complement. Intensive, we have some members of the staff, subject of the fourth sentence, called predicator, their boss, that's what your object, and then a thief, that is the complement. Intensive also. And then we have the last one, the organizers, that's your first, that's the subject of the fifth sentence rather, have announced predicator, Grace object, the winner of the competition, that's your complement. Intensive. Do you get it? Yeah. So now, what are the things you should note here? First of all, note that the predicator that we have here is known as the complex transitive verb. Complex transitive verb. So the complement we have in your pattern 7 sentence and same with pattern 8 is known as a complex transitive verb. Now, what is a complex transitive verb? Now, that is a verb that takes an object. Don't forget, transitive means that there must be an object, obviously, right? Now, this time around, it takes an object and it also takes an object complement. It takes an object and an object complement. Now, what do I mean by this? Like, you can see that here we have the object, right? Now, this is the object, and then under it we have Taufik, we have him, we have me, we have the boss, and then we have Grace. All of these are objects. Now, the complement in SPOC sentences refers back to the object. Do you get it? The complement here refers back to the object, not subject. Unlike the patterns 4 and 5, we said that the complement would refer back to the subject, right? So subject is equal to complement is equal to subject, or better, the complement actually has the characteristic of the subject. This time around, we are talking about object and complement here, not subject and complement. Do you get it? So most of the times when you have your complement coming after the object, most of the time, like usually, the complement would be referring to the object. Do you understand? So look at the first sentence. The class made Taufik their class rep. Now, is it the class that is the class rep? No. Do you get? So that's why the subject here and the complement here do not have an intensive relationship. Rather, it's the object plus the complement that actually have the intensive relationship. So Taufik is the same as the class rep. Am I right? And the class rep is the same as Taufik. Do you understand that? I call him my God. Who is my God? Him. Who is him? My God. You all elected me the president of this country. Who is the president of the country? Me. Who am I? The president of this country. Some members of the staff called their boss a thief. Who is a thief? Their boss. Who is their boss? A thief. Do you get it? And then the organizers have announced Grace the winner of the competition. Who is the winner of the competition? Grace. Who is Grace? The winner of the competition. Do you understand that? I believe you do. Thank you. So that's the first thing you should note about SPOC sentences. Another thing you should note is that the complement intensive here is also a nominal group or a noun phrase. The class rep is a noun phrase. My God is a noun phrase. The president of this country is a noun phrase. A thief is a noun phrase. The winner of the competition is also a noun phrase. Do you get it? So, and I've told you the difference between pattern 4 and pattern 7. While the complement in pattern 4 refers back to the subject, the complement in pattern 7 here refers back to what? The object. Do you get it? Complement in pattern 4 refers back to the subject. Complement back to the subject. Complement here back to the object. Do you get it? So, back to the object. That's just it. No. And then don't forget also that the same way we say that all patterns can take optional adverbials, they can also be optional adverbials. Here too is as simple as that. So this time around, we would denote this with this. So we have object equals to complement, and complement equals to object. Just as that. Simple as that. Complex transitive verb, that is, it takes an object and an object complement. That is, it takes a complement that refers back to the object. So pattern 8. So pattern 8. Okay, I think we've actually elapsed our space for the board. So let me just try to rub off one or two things here. Do you get it? Yeah. Let me clean off one of the instances we have under pattern 1 here. Don't forget, this is your grammar class, the English grammar class, and then this topic we are on is known as the basic simple sentence. The basic simple sentence, and then we have been looking at all of the elements of the basic simple sentence. We've talked about pattern 1 SP, pattern 2 SPO, Pattern 3 SPOO, pattern 4 SPC nominal, pattern 5 SPC adjectival, pattern 6 SPA, pattern 7 SPOC nominal, and then pattern 8 now SPOC adjectival. SPOC adjectival. So that's your subject, your predicator, the object, and still the complement. But this time around, the complement is what? An adjectival group or phrase. So SP sorry, OC A. So we have I call you holy. I call you holy. B, they perceived their boss crazy. C, I will regard him stupid. D, the student has proven sorry, mistake again. The student has proven the teacher wrong. So here we have I as the subject of the first sentence, call predicator, you object, holy complement, adjective phrase actually. They perceived their boss crazy. They subject perceived predicator, their boss object crazy complement. I will regard him stupid. I subject will regard predicator, him object stupid complement also. The student has proven the teacher wrong. The student subject has proven predicator, the teacher object wrong. Complement intensive. So, like I said, first of all, the complement intensive here refers back to what? The object. Secondly, the predicator is a complex transitive verb, one that takes an object, and a complement intensive that refers back to the object. Now, the only difference between this pattern 7 and the pattern 8 here and pattern 7 that we did earlier is that while the complement in pattern 7 is made up of a nominal group or noun phrase, the complement here is made up of an adjectival phrase or group. So that's just it. That's the only difference. Any other thing continues the same way. And don't forget that we also say that all of these patterns can take optional adverbs. All of these. For instance, if I give pattern the third example, I will regard him stupid, an object and an optional adverbial. All of them can take optional adverbials. If I give this one an optional adverbial, I will have something like I will regard you stupid for the rest of life. Like I will regard him stupid for the rest of life. So for the rest of life is just an adverbial phrase that is optional in that sentence. Do you get it? It's as simple as that. Then let's go to the last pattern. The last pattern, which is pattern 9. Pattern 9. Pattern 9. Now your pattern 9 is made up of the pattern 9 rather. SPOA, subject, predicator, object, and adverbial, or adverb rather. Let's just make it adverb that we've always used. So we have examples such as SPOA, sorry. Example 1. She kept the book in a bag. She kept the book in her bag. We have I will stake all my money on Chelsea. All my money on Chelsea. Okay. Number 3, believers should put their trust in God. Believers should, put their trust in God. 4, the guy fixed his attention on the goal. The guy fixed his attention on the goal. 5, mother placed the pot on the cooker. Then 6, you kept such an information from us. So looking at all of these, we have she as the subject, first sentence, kept predicator, the book complement, the book object rather, in her bag, adjunct. 2, I subject, will stake predicator, all my money, object, on Chelsea, that's adjunct. Believers subject should put predicator, their trust, object, in God, adjunct. The guy subject fixed predicator, his attention, object, on the goal, adjunct. Mother subject placed predicator, the pot, object, on the cooker, adjunct. You subject kept predicator, such an information, object, from us, adjunct. Do you get it? So what are the features, or what are the things you should note here? Now, the predicator here can also be referred to as a complex transitive. Yes. The other time while I was explaining complex transitive, I actually intentionally didn't go full into all of its definition, or better still, all of its criteria. Now, a complex transitive verb is one that takes an object complement. Like, of course, for you to have taken an object complement, definitely it must have had an object before it can actually have an object complement, right? Or an obligatory adverbial. To get it, it takes an object complement or an obligatory adverbial. Better still, we could actually call it a transitive locative verb. Transitive locative, transitive being the fact that it would take an object, and then locative being the fact that the adverb actually shows the location. However, this time around, it shows the location of the object. You know that under SPA, we said that it actually shows the location of the subject, but this time around, actually, it shows the location of the object. So most of the other items that come after the object, most of them actually try to talk about the object. So Transitive locative verb, it mostly refers to the location of the direct object. Now, other adverbs used in this pattern. So we have aside the verb keep, aside the other verbs rather, aside the verb keep, aside the verb stake, aside put, fix, place. We also could have spend. Yeah, something like I spent my money on her. I spent my money on her. Leave. To get it, I left my book in the room. I left my book in the room. We have focus. A focused is attention on the movie. A focused is attention on the movie. Get. We have lay, we have stand, we have rest, etc. So those are the other verbs that can be used in pattern 9 sentences. Now, sometimes, however, the obligatory adverbial may be a part of a phrasal verb. Do you get it? Or maybe idiomatic in nature, as discussed in pattern 6. So don't forget that we already said in pattern 6 that although the obligatory adverb is supposed to show the location of either the subject or the object, this time around we should note that it may also be just a part of a phrasal verb, or it may be idiomatic in nature, as most of the obligatory adverbs we actually have here, they are not necessarily showing a location, but they are a bit actually idiomatic. Do you get it? So that's just it. And then, like I said, it can also take optional adverbials. It can take what? Optional adverbials. Now, we're actually rounding off on this topic, but before we go, finally, one of the things I want you to note is that because those are some of the likely questions you could actually face even after you've known this topic, you need to take note of this. Now, you should note that all of the patterns, they all add subject and predicator. All of the patterns, all of them add subject and predicator. Take note of that. Yes, all of the patterns add subject and predicator. I want to help you put that into consideration, or help you in a way take that here. So that tells you that your subject, predicator, that tells you that these two are extremely obligatory items of all of the patterns. However, for pattern 2, SPO are the obligatory items. Then do you get it? Pattern 3, like that means that in pattern 2 we have an extra obligatory item, which is the object. In pattern 3 we have another obligatory item, which is another extra object. In pattern 4 we have the complement as the obligatory item. In pattern 4 and 5 we have the adjunct as an obligatory item. In pattern 6 we have the object and complement as another obligatory item added to the subject and the predicator. In pattern 7 and 8 and the pattern 9 we have the object and the adjunct as obligatory elements. So it's just as simple as that. The subject is extremely important to any of the patterns, so is the predicator. And as a matter of fact, the predicator is the most obligatory item. Predicator, yes, the predicator is the most obligatory item in any sentence. And then it is the item that determines a whole lot about other items. Do you get it? To know more about this topic on subject element or sentence elements, rather, go watch our video on sentence elements. Thank you for paying attention from the beginning of this topic till the end. And it's a very long topic, yeah, a very long one indeed. At the point that actually I myself always felt a bit, I felt for you that I hope you wouldn't feel bored, but I know that the topic has actually been very interesting. So even though the length of time should actually have got you bored, the interesting nature of the topic, I know, has definitely kept you till the end of this. And of course, the value part of it has added a whole lot of value to you. Am I right? Exactly. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you for viewing. Thank you, viewers out there. We love you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.